Baby, turn the lights on, I just wanna see it. And we can do it however you want it, cause I need it. Come and stay the night, whatever you like. I just like when you're around, face down, put it down. I like when you show out. Coming to you live. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Like I said, it's been a minute. Been trying to get things together. Been about a week since I jumped on here live. So, all I'm saying right now, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let me get a like, a follow, or a share. Let me get a like, follow, or a share today. Like I say, it's been a minute since I jumped on the live. I'm trying to merge all of my social media platforms together. My Facebook doing pretty good. Now my focus is on the TikTok and YouTube. So can I get a like, share, or follow? That's it. Asking for much. But you know, let's jump right in here. I'm looking at this government shutdown. And you know, back in the late 80s, 89, 90, a government job was one of the best jobs that you could have. Everybody wanted a government job. I was at the Alabama A&M University in Huntsville. And a lot of us were hired at the Redstone Arsenal up there, a government job, to do civilian work. It wasn't army work, civilian work on an army depot. And my, those were the best paying jobs. And it was reliable. From 89 to now, look what a government job has became. I don't know. But I was in Huntsville just yesterday, and they are building so many government facilities up there. Take a Connex up there yesterday, and I've been doing it almost the whole month now. Well, last month and this month too, because they breaking ground on new facilities for these government jobs. I'm sitting here like, I get it. This shutdown is terrible. It's very terrible. And I'm kind of for it. But I can't be an idiot about it. I want them to stay shut down. I want the government to stay shut down. But at that cost. What does that leave? I'm not even counting SNAP recipients. I'm talking about these people with the jobs. They haven't had a paycheck in 2 months. We already know most people living week to week. We already know that. But you got, we in 38th, 39th day of this shutdown. All of a sudden, Cortez Mastro, Durbin, Fetterman, Hassan, Kane, King, Rosen, and Shaheen crossed the line. The Democrats jumped the line. They jumped the line and say, let's do this. It looked good on TV. Looks very good on TV. But during the shutdown, it couldn't be any actions going on in the government. So these line jumpers, I'm gonna call them, jumped the line, which means, and now they gotta open up the Senate and the House again. Now with them opening up the Senate and the House again, guess what that does? Can anybody tell me? Guess what that does when they open the Senate and the House up right now? Everybody on the way back to Washington right now. Tell me what that does. I'll tell you. It opens up Arizona. Arizona got a Democrat that just beat a Republican out for a seat. The House just sitting there chilling because this vote has to go through the House. With that being said, what's going to happen? You replaced a Republican with a Democrat in the House. Who got the odds now? I ain't going to put my 2 cents in there. Who got the odds? Now, what I will say is this, and I keep going back to it. I saw President Trump on 60 Minutes a couple of weeks ago, sounding dumb and dumber. They asked him about the shutdown and opening the benefits back up. I quote, unquote. He said, I don't even know how to do it. He said, I don't even know how to do it. So, if he don't know how to do it, what we looking at? I'm hearing insurance rates going up. Now, when I was an independent contractor, I was on the Affordable Health Care Plan, Obamacare. The premiums wasn't too high monthly. It wasn't too high monthly. But from what I'm understanding now, if you're paying $150, $200 a month, you might be paying $600, $700 a month. I don't know. I'm not in that realm of insurance no more. I retired and got me a company job. Set myself up for retirement. So I don't even know if retirement gonna be an option when I get 62, because I ain't staying at 65. But one man is causing the United States total destruction. One man. Under this Trump administration since January 2025, we've had 59,000 jobs in these few months lost. And it's estimated to go over 150, 200,000. One man is causing all this turmoil in our great country. One man, Donald J. Trump. How can we do this? One man. See, Trump supporters, y'all flocked to him because you didn't want to see a black woman or vote for a black woman, even though she was the right choice to be president. Now, things that Trump doing affecting your home, and y'all was like, we weren't supposed to be affected by this. It's supposed to be the colors. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Wanda. Now, we look at these major companies. Amazon getting rid of 14,000 jobs. Microsoft 6,000, Intel 25,000. Who else? Paramount Global 2,000, Starbucks 1,100, UPS 30,000 jobs, ConocoPhillips 3,000 jobs. In your life, you ain't never heard of that many large companies firing that many people. What are they gonna do? Now they gotta get SNAP benefits. But you can cut the SNAP benefits. What are they gonna do? And these the same people that then got families, bought homes, got children, been married, and their whole life was predicated on their job. But the Republican Party don't care about that. They care about whatever. And now, some of y'all out there that got wind that it may be a $2,000 stimulus check again. What you gonna do with $2,000? Really? What you gonna do? What you gonna do with $2,000? When your car note behind, your house note behind, you ain't got no food in your house. What you gonna do? You ain't got no gas in your car. Your insurance ain't been paid. And then at the end of the year, they gonna tax you for getting that $2,000. If you don't believe me, go back to the last little check that Donald Trump said he gave the people. See, I think it's time that we actually see the rubber meet the road. Because right now the rubber meeting the road. And everybody thought they was up on game, up with their job. They having to look backwards and say, hey, what are we doing? I got friends out here right now canceling vacations because they don't know what the hell gonna go on with their money. They don't know. They're canceling trips. Why some still going on trips? Now this is so disturbing to me. February through July, black women lost 319,000 jobs in the public and private sector. Now, 319,000 jobs. Only black women lost 319,000 jobs between February and July. That's 6 months. So, off the top, if you can do your math, if you want to do your math, there's 319,000 jobs that were lost. But in addition to that, it's 319,000 homes affected. Now, we live in Birmingham. I live in Birmingham, Alabama. In Birmingham, our population is roughly 190, 195. It used to be over 200. That would be everybody in the city of Birmingham that don't have a job. We ain't talking about SNAP benefits. We're talking about a 9 to 5. And if we want to keep counting, it can go all the way over to Hoover. The whole city. No job. See, and we sit here and we glorify a lot of things that we do. But I tell you what, When you ain't got no job and no money coming in, it ain't funny no more. It ain't no Republican versus no Democrat. It ain't that no more. It's all about survival. Today, this whole week, last week, a lot of different entities are having food drives. I'm seeing people on the news saying, I never thought I'd be in this position in my life. Never thought it because I made good money. What is good money when you ain't worked, when you ain't had a paycheck in 2 months? Where does your savings go? When they so-called relieve this SNAP benefit, they start back paying government workers. Do you win or do you still lose? Because in the savings you had, you depleted them trying to survive. You depleted them. What are you doing? What are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know. I always thought I wanted a government job. I ain't gonna even lie, like I said from the beginning. I thought I wanted a government job. And I probably still want a government job, for real, for real. But I don't know. We are in a critical time in the United States of America. We're looking at a depression. We're looking at racism that's peeked its head back out. There's a lot of things that we are looking at that we need to address. We're going to have to address them. And I think this right here is a pivotal point in American history. At the same time, blacks and whites are struggling to make an end meet. To make an end meet. I thought about it, and I was like, how did we get to 319,000 black women not having a job because they were fired, terminated because of Trump? Just call it what it is. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. We're not gonna do that. So I did a little search, and what I did find out, white women made up 46% of the United States government jobs as of September 2024. Now, between February and July, white women saw a job increase of 142,000 people. White women, they saw an increase of 142,000 jobs, while black women lost 319,000 jobs. Y'all do the math. Do your research. I ain't making this up. I don't know these kind of numbers on top of my head. Y'all do the research. Where we going with this? What can we do about this? Now these white people being affected, and they're being affected oh so much. See, us as black people, we used to this. Yeah, we just go down there and have a fish fry. Here, let everybody know, come through and buy a sandwich, slab of ribs, or fish sandwich, plate, whatever. We gonna get through. But what are you gonna do? Y'all ain't used to this. Y'all are not used to this, like at this level. Can't do it. Now, there's been a lot said so far. I wondered about what is SNAP. I just had a job all my life. I'm really not knowing, but I got friends that done reached out to me that needed help. And I reached back out and I helped. Because they needed just a little help. So I wondered, what does SNAP actually pay? So I did a research on it. Here's what we do know. 41.7%. No, it ain't even percent. It's 41.7 million people receive benefits in the United States. And that's about 12.5% of the United States. So that's a very low number, 12%. But if 12% is 41 million, there will be the whole state of Alabama, whole state of Georgia, whole state of Mississippi, and Tennessee. It'll be all four of them states together combined to get to that number. And we might have to take a little bit of Florida to probably the top panhandle to get that many. 73% of the SNAP household gross monthly income was below or at the poverty line. What are we crying about? Helping people? Republicans don't want to help people. Democrats want to help people. I'm a giving person. I got a giving heart. Hey, Betty. The average SNAP household had an income of around $1,059 and a monthly income of around $527. I ain't trying to be funny. You say it's like $1,059 in SNAP income, and they only made $527 a month. We ain't even talking about $1,600 a month. If you got a house note, a rent, maybe on subsidies, I don't know. I guess if you on SNAP, you're not paying for a rent for nothing. They don't cover a car note. They don't cover insurance, does it? We're talking about $1,600 a month. Shit. Do that a week. A week? I do that a week. Most people I know do that a week. $1,600 a week. I'm so beside myself on this and on that. Because we're trying to help the people that need our help. Now, this is what I really wanted to know. I wanted to know who got it, who get the SNAP. The participants are 39% children under 18, 42% adults 18 to 59, and 19% were adults over the age of 60. So am I tripping about somebody over 60 years old getting a little change in their pocket? No, I'm not doing that. Once you retire, you don't make the same money you made before. You probably make half. Now, if you had a good 401k, in which most don't, hear what you say, they don't. You're doing fine. But most folks don't have that. They didn't have jobs that offer that. Now, I'm looking at, we tripping about helping people, quote unquote, live and survive. We cut benefits. We got to get through this. 79% of the SNAP households include at least one child under 18, a person 60 years of age or older, or one person, if not multiple, with a disability. United States, are we this heartless? Are we this heartless? The disability, people with disabilities are included in this. Can they help? Can they help their condition? Can I help when I age out of working and I need help? That's one reason right there. I put a post out the other day. I ain't waiting on 65 years old. It ain't but $200 more a month. I ain't, Mm-mm. I ain't doing it. If I want to make $200, I'll sell some. I sell pork chop sandwiches or some rib sandwiches on a Saturday and make that $200 up instead of working to 67. I work five extra years for $200. No, I ain't doing that. But I will say this. This is the worst I've ever seen the United States. I wasn't around when Jim Crow was around. I heard it was pretty bad. I know about Black Wall Street. I know about the summer of, summer 59. I forgot the summer. When all that happened. I know when they burnt down all the cities and towns. I know about Lake Lanier up there in Georgia. I know about all this stuff. Lake Lanier's on top of a black city. Do your research. But what I can't get through my mind is how many people that's broke, 30, 40,000 people, want to call themselves Republicans that don't even make $50,000 a year. How can? And that's gross. Now you down to 30. You don't make enough to damn even open your mouth. But you wanna be racist in a Republican when the needs don't fall with them for you. I looked at it. 35 to 37% of the people on SNAP, white. 25 to 20% black. 15 to 16% Hispanic. Oh, blacks, we ain't got that problem. We ain't got that problem. Not for real. See, it's one thing we just saw last week in them elections. Every election turned blue. Every single one. And even in Mississippi, M-I, crooked letter I, humpback, I, turned blue in the Senate. Y'all make of that what you want to. The white people are getting tired of this crap. They thought it was all fun and game. MAGA. It ain't funny no more. It ain't funny no more because you messing with my pocket. You messing with my child support. My husband in the army, he ain't getting paid. My husband, an air traffic controller, he ain't been paid in 2 months. Now they laying them off even more. Now they cutting all the travel down because people calling off sick. Yeah, how can you go to work and you ain't got no gas in your car? How you can catch public transportation and you ain't got no money in your pocket? Is that the plan, Trump? Cripple the United States. We see you gave Venezuela all that money. You gave Venezuela billions of dollars. Why? And your country over here bleeding. We need a tourniquet. I don't understand it. And then quote unquote, every other day, you got the military right there shooting boats in the water saying they carrying dope. And ain't damn boat made it to United States waters. All this is in international waters. Or was the boats able to be retrieved to prove your point, Mr. Trump? You killing people innocently. What I want you to do, Trump, I want you to give Ukraine them weapons so they can fight your girlfriend Putin off. That's what you're doing. That's what you need to do. Give Ukraine the money to fight Russia off. That's all I got for today. Y'all give me a like, share, follow. Love y'all.